Hello everyone, welcome to Green One Day at a Time. It's the first video of this year and we are at the allotment on a gorgeous sunny day. Doesn't look that much, but there's loads going on. We have loads to harvest. We are planting a lot, clearing a lot. Here they are preparing the potato bed, removing the weeds. This is my major harvest of March, which is purple sprouting broccoli. You just have to pick them out before they turn into seed. The more you pick, the more they produce. But at this point, I'm noticing this year they are being attacked by aphids, and aphids are purple color. That is something which I'm seeing for the first time. Maybe it's always been that I'd never noticed. Be careful when you're picking so that you don't pick the purple ones. And I keep it covered because of pigeons. Here is one of the victims of pigeon attack. Pigeons love these plants. This is my berry corner, so goji berry, honey berry. I had one goji berry, and then these have lots of flowers, so hoping to get lots of blue colored berries this year. Not blueberries, blue colored. They are still working at the potato. That will be my brassica bed on the left side. This was the cabbage bed, but I had planted it with beetroot, and they're all coming up now. I will pick them in a month or so. And this is the scarlet kale. That also has purple aphids, but we've picked them a lot during winter. They're quite hardy for winter, so you can see the bare stem. That's all picked leaves. They would withstand quite a lot of cold. The leaf is a bit hard, so you have to cook a little bit too much. That is the broad beans, and then you can see a lot of spinach. Self-sown spinach, not sown by me at all. They're self-sown, and Swiss chard, they're all self-sown. This is my peppermint bush. I don't use it a lot, but it's quite nice, aromatic. As we move backwards towards the allotment, there's lots of bags of manure, sand, and everything for us to use. This structure will hold pea and mosh to this year. I've already sowed them mid of March. Just waiting for them to pop their little heads out. Behind that is a Swiss chard. The greenhouse looks a bit too messy. I have lots of cardboard in there to provide as a weed controller. I've sown plenty of beetroot this year because I've seen that they do quite well during the winter. So all of these two are turnips. That's all beetroot. And then here we have red basil, cinnamon basil, normal basil, and parsley. Again, this parsley was sown last year, and then it's come up when the weather has turned up. I've already harvested quite a lot from it. Let's move to the second allotment. The purple sprouting broccoli, purple Brussels sprouts. Not a big success, but still I've harvested some, so it's going into seed now. So that will be removed. My polytunnel has taken a lot during the winter, so we will be replacing the cover this year. Artichokes, asparagus bed is looking quite okay. We've cleaned it recently. This was Jerusalem artichoke. We dug them over, harvested a lot of Jerusalem artichoke. Left some in, and this is all raspberry. So I've got a lot of cleaning to do. So that's the cleaning I've started. There's a lot of dead wood in there. Both these beds, not decided what to do yet, but I'll clean them and keep them ready for anything that I need to plant. Berries. This is the garlic I planted in January. They are doing quite good. And next to it, I'm planning to do onions. So that's my second plot. That's my second plot. So in this plot, next to the garlic, I'm going to plant my onions. So this is the onion. They're giant onions. So I'm going to plant 50 of them in this. They just need 5-inch gap. So 5-inch gap, and you can stagger them. So how to plant onions is that it has two ends. So there's a head and there's a tail end. You have to make sure the tail end is in the soil where the roots come out. So I'm just going to create little digs in the soil and then bury them in around 5-inch apart. So that's the head that should point up. Planting onion sets is much easier than onion seeds. Onion seeds you have to start a lot earlier. So I've planted all 50 of them. You can see I've staggered them up, watered them, and meanwhile the potatoes are also planted. Now at home I have a lot of seedlings. So these are all chili seedlings. I don't know which chilies they are. I didn't have the names. I just sowed all the seeds in. But by looking at them, I can kind of recognize that some of the containers are exactly the same. These are purple chilies because you can see the stem is purple rather than green. I have two kinds of purple chilies in here. One is Apache and the other is a seed which I don't know the name. And then loads of calabrese. So that's the calabrese I have sown. It is green calabrese or broccoli. They're quite leggy, but that's okay. When you repot them or prick them out, you plant them to the first leaf. Then this is Amara kale. It's quite nice kale actually. You can use it like a spinach. Last year I didn't get any because of the sudden heat in May. They all bolted. Then there's pak choy, a slug favorite. Never had a chance to harvest one. This is the one I've sown. It's a mixture of red and green. Cauliflower, there's all year round cauliflower. Again, this is ready because its first true leaf has come before pricking. I will be pricking them out in the next 2-3 days. Red cabbage, only one came up, and that I think is because of my sowing, because you can see a lot of seeds on the soil up top. Again, the same for curly kale or Caplo Nero kale, only 2 came up, so that's the one. And you can see a lot of seeds on top of the soil, so the seeds were not covered properly, or when I watered, the seeds floated up. So it's always better to water the soil first, then sow the seeds and cover them with fresh soil, rather than. So I'll be re-sowing these two and pricking all of these. Okay. Then moving on, there's kaleet. Again, same, very less ones came up. Kaleets are little kale balls that you can use for stir fries, and they're quite nice, quite tasty. You can see the stem is purple because it's purple kaleet. That's my own white cabbage which I saved, the seed I saved from last year. Then there's more curly kale, and then that's Brussels sprouts. There's only 2 seeds that came up. Again, the same mistake. The seeds have floated to the top when I watered them. So I'll be re-sowing this today. And that is the kale. The other 2 are dwarf, and this is a full. This will grow much taller. Sweet peas. I have a mixture of sweet peas in here, Sarah Raven's sweet peas and some Wilco sweet peas. So I will be repotting them into a deeper pot and pricking the first 2 leaves to encourage bushing. So that's the first part where I will be pricking them out. If you prick there, all the other shoots underneath, all the other nodes underneath will produce more shoots, which will produce more flowers. And this is my aubergine and my tiny toms or little tomatoes. They're patio plants, so they don't grow that tall. The aubergines is long aubergine. So there's 3 varieties in there. I sowed 2 seeds each. Not sure which have come out. And then this is the tomato. So garden pearl. I was in look for tiny toms, but I didn't get those. So I sowed garden pearl. So they all will be repotted very soon because the tomatoes have started to get their true leaves. So just so this today is Brussels sprouts, scarlet kale, which is what we saw earlier at the allotment where we pricked some, then frizzy kale, and cosmos. Cosmos is one of my favorite flowers of the whole summer. They're quite good for bees and very attractive. They're fronds like leaves. I harvested a lot of carrots and artichokes during February and March. Kale is the season now. Swiss chard is in the season now. A lot of scarlet kale and purple Brussels sprouts. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Stay safe and see you soon in another one.